5 years ago I was treated for fever in King's College Hospital and remained isolated for 2 weeks, kept separate in a small blue curtained cell and visited by nurses and auxiliaries in protective clothing. Before I went to hospital I had been revisiting The Tempest by Shakespeare with Roddy Lumsden and a group of other writers. I kept hallucinating visible and invisible presences on the island, associating my own isolation with the root word isola, island. I was particularly interested in the Masque, which marks the beginning of married life for Miranda and Ferdinand. As I came through the infection, the night nurses changed from witches to goddess figures, and I celebrate them and all NHS nurses. Here a curtain was drawn on which the night was painted, which served to screen a patient, and the scene discovered a small cell by moonlight. In the midst thereof a fitful sleeper on an ingeniously configured bed, at which attended 8 figures representing keepers of the states of sleep and wakefulness. The first, Ainka, in a robe of thunder colour, her crazy hair a circle of crows before cloud, in her hand a paper cup with 2 pills, a white, a red. Then came Priscilla, in a garment of sky colour, with a mist-white plastic apron about her waist, on her face a mask and in her hand an ear thermometer. The third was Digna, in indigo, with blue-violet gloves like aconites. Upon a blood test tray, vials, cannulas and cotton swabs, a tourniquet. There followed Eleanor in divers hues of silver, iron and tin, her gold hair loosing pins. She pans the contents of the catheter bag, her eyes turned up and smiling. Fifth, Cheryl, in one hand a Gilia the IV drip stand, in the other a fat pouch of ciprofloxacin. Her temple bears a childhood scar, her talk harks of Trinidad. The sixth, Sophia, in a cherry cardigan, hair plaited like a raspberry round her head. She tugs the cable of a monitor, Welch Allen Vital Signs, her dance partner. Next, Ramatu, in pitch-dark robe and pale mask, her buskins black and weighty, rubber-soled. In her gloved hands the dull blue cuff and pressure bulb. And last, Amor, a personage whose state and air of calm had something of all these who kept her company and something more. On her breast a heart-shaped watch, in her hand a lighted torch. Amor. All horrors vanish, and all name of death, be all things here, as calm as is my breath. Here she led a dance so curious, it cannot be described again by any art, save that of their own footing, for which the patient, who could remain silent no longer, entreated them thus. Refresh me with your names like flowers, Ainka, Priscilla, Digna, Eleanor, Cheryl, Sophia, Ramatu, Amor, stepping through the night each hour. You wear your names like constellations, Ainka, Priscilla, Digna, Eleanor, Cheryl, Sophia, Ramatu, Amor, wake me with your observations. Refresh me with the names I grow to love, Cheryl, Sophia, Digna, Eleanor, Ramatu, Priscilla, Ainka, Amor, splendid maskers in your pansy petal gloves, with names like flowers I grow to love, at which they danced again to the echo of their names.